Hello everybody, welcome back to my second episode of my Tsukuba dive series. Today we are going to be driving the Skoda VGT. This is obviously a fake car, and this is the first car, let me tell you, that it is very interesting to drive on this track, especially with the sport soft tire. This car doesn't weigh very much, it only weighs I believe about 2,800 pounds, but let me tell you, it feels like it weighs 10,000 pounds. It does not want to turn. It understeers like a pig, but it accelerates like crazy. The best thing about this car pretty much is you just kind of have to drive on the track. You have to drive this car basically like point and shoot. There is no carrying speed or anything like that. You just gotta dive into the corner, let the car turn at some point because it just likes to understeer. And once you're pointing in the right direction, you smash on the gas. There's no really another way to drive this car. With that being said, there's not much more to say. Let's put some sport soft tires on this car and dive into Tsukuba. Alright, so we're going to dive into this now. If you're not on the brakes right here, you will go into that grass. Don't ask me how I know that. But yeah, so this car just, I don't know if I explained it enough in the intro, but it just understeers like it was designed to, as if this car was designed to understeer. It does not want to turn, it does not want to carry speed. If you even attempt to carry any sort of speed, it will just understeer you into a wall. There is no aerodynamics on this. This thing was designed for straight line and straight line only. So you really have to point and shoot and make sure you have your braking zones like almost dead perfect. Because as you can see, I'm going 87 miles an hour there, and it does not want to do anything. And as you can see, like right there, I wasn't going fast at all. Any other vehicle that weighs 2,800 pounds would be able to at least save it somewhat there. So the whole objective with this car is just carrying speed, or not carrying speed, just figuring out your, you don't even have braking points. You have throttle points where you have to throttle at the perfect spot and do not let go. And make sure your braking points are perfect and just let it go. Because you don't want to get in the grass because it will make you slow down. It's a very difficult car to drive. I understand I'm being kind of quiet here, but if you literally, it's almost impossible to drive this thing. Actually, at any sort of speed to actually be kind of quick. Oh my god, this car is so crap. Oh, I think I'm off course here. Yeah, off course a bit. It's almost impossible to get this thing to go, especially when you're trying to talk at the same time. It does not want to turn whatsoever on throttle. You kind of have to turn off throttle. That's the only other way to really get anything going. Now this car, I have an ideal lap time I have for it. We'll see if we can get anywhere near it. It's quite difficult to get to the time I got before in practice. We'll see if we can get close to it. We are quite off the time that I'm thinking of still. So hopefully we can get a little bit closer. See, me just being lightly on the throttle there understeered me out wide. Hopefully this will be okay. Don't put me in the grass. Let's turn. And just throttle out. Throttle out. You kind of have to let off the gas to let it turn. And then just smash the gas when you have some sort of an opening. If you don't do that, you'll have no, let's attempt to go quick here. I think we can get a decent time here. It's an okay time. It's still a little bit off of what I want. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. I'm behind on time now. If I go into this wall, that's the first time I've ever actually oversteered off power. Usually it just understeers and straightens you up, but I guess since I was going so slow. I also think it's because I'm trying to turn and brake at the same time. I'm not really too sure. I just really cannot drive this vehicle at all. You just always want to get on the power, but you just can't. You just really can't. See there, we lost a ton of time. And you don't want to go into the grass, because once you do that, you're done. This lap is a write-off. We have about 6 or 4 more laps we can do to get to my... See, right there, I was able to just throttle out and catch it. So that is kind of interesting with it, and I definitely broke too late there. You also kind of have to modulate the throttle just a little bit in some cases, but more or less, you kind of just want to stab the throttle and see where it can go. Try to get a good exit so we can get a good run into turn 1 here. Brake kind of just before that exit road. Turn in, and once you kind of see it, you can kind of go through. But I don't know, that was all gibberish there. You guys didn't hear a single word I said there. Oh my lord. I would love to see what you guys think about this car here, because it is painful to drive. I can't wait to not drive this car ever again. I hope there isn't many more cars like this. I'm sure the F1 cars will not be anywhere as bad as this. At least they'll have some sort of downforce. I may not have the amount of grip that I desire, but at least they'll be able to kind of turn. Like, this thing has 0 aerodynamics, so it does not want to turn whatsoever at speed. Again, I'm still not exactly at the desired time I'm looking for. Hopefully this will be a little bit of a better run. Oh, we might get a decent run out of this one. As long as I can do somewhat decent in the final corner, I'll be kind of where I want to be with this car as in lap time. But with that little bobble there, I still did not make the time that I'm looking for. So let's see if we can do... We have 2 more laps. Let's see what we can do. But with this lap here being the way it is, I don't think we're going to be able to reach it. Unless I can pull something out of my butt, but I doubt it. Yeah, no, this lap is an absolute mess. But this car is a mess, and I hate this car. I have been screaming at this thing for the past 2 days, trying to figure out how to drive it. It is just, like, terrible. But it's also fun at the same time, because you kind of just want to try to figure this thing out. And I'm going to try to go as wide as I can, because forget this lap. I'm just going to kind of send it to this final turn, and let's see if we can get a nice run for turn 1. We're going to brake a little bit earlier than normal. And look at that. This lap's over. I want to absolutely throw my mic through this freaking screen right now. If you could see my frustration, I don't know if you can tell. But, like, it's just, you brake at the similar spots, and you kind of have to brake earlier and stuff. But it's just frustrating. I would love for you guys to see this car, but that's pretty much the end of this one here. I'm going to finish out the last lap, just so we have the 10 laps for the video, because those are the rules that I set for this thing. And we're just going to end it off. with just a little bit of understeer, just like how it loves. I can't wait to never see this car ever again. I might even sell this car after this video because I can't stand it. And coming around the final turn, finally, understeering like it does all day, and just like that, it's over. Put it in the bin where it deserves, and I'll see you guys in the outro. So after that absolute session of straight complaining about a car that is not even real, we finally finished the laps. We did what we could, but we're going to show you my official times, and bang, we ended up getting a 53.392. Now, my ideal time, I think I did in practice, was a mid 52. It was a 52.6 something. I can't remember, but it was something in the ballpark of that. So I was almost pretty much a second off the pace I was looking to get. I definitely had it, and I think the 7th lap, I think it was. I definitely was there. I was really, really close, but I goofed it right at the end, more or less, with the last corner. This car is very difficult to drive. As much as I sound like a complainer, but it is difficult. It's not very easy. You really have to be patient, and you have to be very assertive with when you brake, when you turn, and when you hit the gas. It's not like a mess around, have fun kind of car. It's not, I'm gonna be honest, the Expo isn't as fast, but it's definitely more fun to drive, just because you have more of like, I don't want to call it driver skill, because it's not more driver skill, but you have more you can do with it. You can play with the brakes a bit, you can play with the gas a bit, you can kind of let the car rotate more. It's more of like a driver's car. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you guys kind of understand. But with that being said, that is the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I can't wait for episode 3. See you guys then.